Hey everybody, I'm TecToss and welcome to the start of a new series of Let's Play Endless Legend. Took a while, I know, but I had to decide which race and I also had to find time and motivation and all that. So here we are, starting a new series, and you can see in the background what it's gonna be, but before we get into it, I have to say a big thank you to the kind folk at Amplitude Studio who a couple of weeks ago sent me a key which contained 3 expansions that I didn't yet have, or maybe not expansions, more like feature packs. One is the Frozen Fangs, that actually add another minor faction and a hero, which maybe we can see, maybe not, I'm not sure. And second, it's like a song pack. There's different race-themed music in there, which I'm not sure if I can recognize it by playing, because I'm also talking and, you know, lots of things are going on, but you guys can enjoy that, because one thing that's awesome about this game and why I picked it over a lot of others that I wanted to play on the channel is that I can just leave on the music, because there's no copyright claims. Bullshit is the word I want to say. I'm not on TV, I gotta remember that. Anyway, and the third one is an expansion that is called the Lost Tales, I think, where it contains a couple of new quests for the minor factions that actually explain the role of the minor factions in Origa, and maybe their origins, maybe how they're tied into the entire lore. I don't know. We're gonna find out, and it makes me inclined to read a little bit more of the lore. Ooh, you just see that wordplay? I just comes subconsciously. I don't even try it, and it comes out there. So yeah, thanks to Amplitude Studios for first of all, for finding my channel. It's like, wow, it's like I'm being knighted by the queen that I get this email. It really made me happy, and not so much that I saved like $5 for the expansions, because they're on sale now anyway, and you know, it's not that, but really that they find me, took the time, write in mail, and that was pretty awesome, I gotta say. Anyway, so here we go now. Ardent Mages, they, as all races in Endless Legend, are special in their own way. But they don't have like one superpower like the Necrophages, for example. They can build districts very cheap. The Vaulters get science out of their ass and also have the Holy Resource mechanic, which, you know, lets them get a lot of strategic resources and so on. The Ardent Mages are a little less splashy. So, but they got these arcane pillars, I think they're called. Is that? The Arcanas, I think they're called, yeah, pillars. You can place them on the map. There's 5 pillars, I think. The Arcana of Agility for movement speed, the Arcana of Matter for science, the Arcana of Renewal for food, of Authority for influence, and there was one for dust. Did they remove that? Oh no, here it is. Kind of materializing. Did I go through that? Anyway, they have those, which Arcana of Matter, I think, and Agility is the one that we start with, so we can place those right away. And they actually give a bonus on, well, in this case, science, on all the tiles surrounding the pillar. So those can significantly increase your output of Fidzi, and they also will change the way we build cities, but we're gonna get into that, because I do want to make the most use out of these. And tied to each Arcana is one pillar and one combat spell, which allows you to use dust in combat to enhance your units, or to, for example, stun the enemy or heal your units or stuff like that. Now their units, we're gonna go over that in more detail when we actually start the game, but just a quick walkthrough. The Talcium Warlock is pretty much a glass cannon, high attack, high damage, I think like the highest damage actually, melee unit, but it doesn't take a lot of hits, and so those guys are gonna be expandables. We're just gonna send them in, they're gonna wreak havoc with their sweep strike back, and then we rebuild and repeat. The Atashi Zealot is kind of a support range mix. Used to be the absolute most overpowered and best unit in the game. It's not anymore, because the Fire Rain, which is their area of effect damage, got toned down quite a bit. But they're still very good. They still got slowdown, they still got overall decent stats, and they're still going to be the, well, basically the backbone. So I'm going to build those guys pretty much like previously with the with the Predators. Like, that's my damage source, and we're gonna build those up and try and keep them alive, of course. And then we got the perfect blocker for them, is the Iniqua Wing, a unit that can't die. You kill it, it becomes an egg, and then you can revive it. So, yeah, those are the Ardent Mages. And I'm gonna select them. And as my opponents, we have in the red corner, didn't see those guys for quite a while, and they're probably gonna F me up. It's probably stupid to pick them, because the Draken have very strong units, and they're also good at expanding, and they're gonna just make my life miserable, but, you know, whatever. We didn't see the Broken Lords in a while, so I'm gonna pick those. And for the last one, the Wild Walkers we just had, the Walters as well, Macrophages as well, so that only leaves Cultist and Roaming Clans, and since the Cultist really suck when played by the AI, Roaming Clans too, though. It's a difficult one. I think I'm gonna go with the Roaming Clans, though. Just make those guys purple. Yeah, I wish I wouldn't have the Draken in here, but everything else is just as usual. We're gonna have a normal world, hopefully not an island thingy, and I'm just gonna hit start and let that load up. I'm gonna walk through the strategy. It's quite a bit different, and it might backfire. It might be very short. First Let's Play of these guys. First real Let's Play, because they're actually the first race I did play. Just I messed them up quite good. But it's gonna be a more aggressive strategy and different in terms of building up my empire. Anyway.
They are weak, they are soft, they writhe in supposed discomfort at minor penances that the faithful would not even notice. Their sloth will be their undoing. Without the pain, they cannot touch the power. Use your eyes, or I will remove them in atonement. See that Auriga herself rise in anguish, as we all should. Join me in contrition and mortification, such as Auriga has never seen. Together, we will embrace the agony and make it our servant.
Ooh, nice guys, and here's the Draken, knowing all the starting locations. So there we go, that's the start. Of course we're in a valley, because why would we want to see what's around us? That's just stupid, right? You just gosh darn it. Oh, this is nice. So we got the life tree, which is definitely a good candidate for first settlement. And let us actually. Man, this region is kind of good. So there's one wetland with a life tree. We got the red rock, which is actually probably even superior. Not for the starter city though, because we do want a lot of food. This is pretty nice. Like, this here looks... Well, we don't have much science output. Yeah, we don't have science output at all, actually. That's a little sad. Problem is I can't really see. Let's see, can we move one? Yeah, we can move up one more. There we go. And can we move like one up here? Alrighty, there's some interesting... I mean... Wow. What the... This is a nice spot as well. Problem is I probably can't... Yeah, I can't really walk that far. Though we could build here and just make our first expansion here. That could actually work. That could actually work pretty well. Okay, so what are we lacking? We are lacking rivers. But that's about it, actually. And I think this here is a pretty decent spot. The problem with it being, though, it's that we can't really... I can't really expand here because of that... goddamn... unspoiled ruins here. Oh man, that is a hard decision. It's a really good starting region. Like, really good. A lot of industry output. Could go for this. That's 20 food. I'd probably rather go, well, maybe here and then go up over there. This is probably the better one, because here we have all the freedom of expanding where we want. While here we're pretty much tied to a specific... Yeah, and it's just these anomalies. I mean, they're great, don't get me wrong. But I think up here is better. Just expand over there. Have another +10. Yeah, I like that. Let's pick this spot. And we get the Ceratans. Well, that's a great faction. Not. Founders Memorial 6 turns though. That is kind of a lot, actually. Nothing of interest, of course. And well, I guess we're done here. Oh, there's also 2 anomalies over there, but yeah. A lot of science and production here, though. I do want the first city to be able to grow fast, though, so that's just... I'm fine with that pick. Search another ruin, 30 dust, thank you. That will make it so we can cast the Pillar of Knowledge right away, and that we shall do. And we got some glasssteel in the first region, that's cool. Alrighty, we also need to kind of consolidate our troops back together, because it's expensive to have them. Well, actually we need scouting information, so probably just gonna consolidate hero and 1 guy. So at least we're not losing. Now, building these pillars, I'm gonna build that here. Doesn't matter, just at 1 tile around my city. Is fine. Probably, yeah. Just whatever. It's as long as at least 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles touch. And that's going to increase our science output by quite a bit, by 2 per tile, as you can see here. So we're already up a decent amount for science output. And as for the techs, since we're already taking 6 turns for the Founders Memorial, I'm going to go quite a different route than I usually do. And I'm going to explain that in a second. So I do want to start with a language square. And the reason behind that is our main quest just requires us, we didn't get it yet, but the first step of it requires us to actually just talk to 2 villages, and from there we just have to go to a ruin and, you know, search it, and then we'll get units. And we'll just get free units. So I do want that ASAP. After that, we're going to go for the Mill Foundry, of course, because, you know, Mill Foundry is like the awesomest tech around. But we can go through these techs rather quickly, and with the science pillar thingy. And I'll probably just use 6 turns to get the Mill Foundry, and those 6 turns will be just enough to build my starting thingy, my Builder's Memorial, or however that's called, like Founder's Memorial. There we go. Now, next is going to be the Empire Mint, because we do want a lot of dust, and we're just going to take it from there. Depending on the resources, we're probably going to go for an early Alchemist Furnace, because down the road we get a quest that will give us tier 3 either alchemical alloys or tier 3 alchemical armor. So we want to try and rush through the faction quest if possible, get those techs going, and actually... let's see. Yeah, and actually research the other one and then have a strong tier 2 kind of type army and be aggressive with them. That's the next step. So we do want the Atashi Zealots rather soonish, and try and use them to get at our enemies, pretty much. Okay, so that's the tech route. For building, well, there's not much to say. We just go with the Founders Memorial for a start, and try and gain scouting information. And that is pretty much it for turn 1, I think. Only took 10 minutes, right? So better be a good one. And there we go. Parlay with at least 2 villages is the quest, and there's an awesome bonus for it. An awesome, yeah. So the quest is we're searching our brother, pretty much. You can read that up here. And, well, actually we could just, you know, go ahead like this and bring the hero around. Where is the hero actually? There we are. Really, attack. Oh, we don't have the language square. God, yeah, damn. That wasn't what I wanted. So we're gonna bring these guys around and just meet up here maybe. Just so I can get a little scouting done in my own starting region. And these guys, the eyeless ones. Oh, and we're right next to the Draken. Well, that is a great start. That is, like, perfect. Thanks, game. Well, that's gonna make things, how do you say that in today's age? You're gonna say it's gonna make them interesting. I say probably gonna be a 8-episode Let's Play, and then we're gonna start over. Because if these guys, they're very aggressive and they are very strong early on. Our units are good too, don't get me wrong, we have very strong early game units. But I'm not sure if we can take it up with the Draken with their ridiculous boni for the impossible difficulty level. So yeah, interesting it's gonna be. Alrighty, I'm gonna leave these guys here and try and come up with these guys here. And yeah, we're just gonna scout out the starting region. What are you? Hello? What is that? Is that Delvers? Looks like it. Or is that another Seritan? Why don't you tell me, game? This is the Nydia. This is Seritan. Alright, that wasn't that hard. We also have the Seritans here, which is not that awesome, but, you know, we got him, so whatever. Wow, you still have a movement point, huh? Okay. And there we have a titanium deposit, so we got both early game resources already in reach, kinda, which is pretty good. Yeah, I'll take the full 4 turns, because why rush it when we can't build anything else anyway? Not gonna go for a settler right away, but gonna need a couple turns for that. Anyway, can we... Yeah, let's parlay. Make sure there's no army, so that one is pretty easy, hopefully. That is 5 turns, and we're gonna get 15 glass steel and pacification. That is great. I don't need these guys, the Nydia. Neither their bonus nor their actual unit, but it's good to have an easy quest and some free glass steel. I never mind that. And here we go, we got 15 spices, there's rumors of troops nearby, blah blah. And we need to give them 50 dust and then they'll tell us. By the way, that's one of the quests that actually get adjusted, which I'm very thankful for. This here used to be 150 dust and then it's gonna be some ridiculous amount in step 2, like bring us 20 palladium or something like that, which is just stupid. Then just in the early game you just can't do it, there's always gonna be a fight. But now 50 dust, and I think the amount of resources they want is down to 5 or so. It's actually reasonable, so you can actually complete that and do it. And now we're finally gonna stop bleeding dust, because yeah, there we go, +1, consolidating those units. And we did finish the first stage of the quest. Now we just gotta find, where's those ruins? Oh, it's here. Well, that is great. I'm first gonna take up these ruins though, because they're just right around the corner. Some dye. And, that's a nice start. Well, like we got resources and everything, but we also got the Draken as neighbor, so it's mixed feelings there. Just mixed feelings. 2 turns, huh? It's still gonna be 2 turns, so we're gonna try and make a little extra dust on the side, because I would like to go for the teching there. So there's a couple of changes to my usual strategy already with the early parlay ability and the early pursuing of the quest. There's gonna be more. but we're gonna get through them as we make them, basically. Major change is gonna be the way I build up my cities, and that is an experiment. Because if some of you watch my Tech Talk series, you maybe remember that I made a video about the way you could expand and how you could... I think it was the second video I made. First one was about minor factions. It's so long in the past. The series that I would love to continue, but it's just so hard to do while you're working, because it really takes time to research and actually post-produce those videos with the effects and the different types of media, put them together and whatnot. Not that easy, but oh, we already have a quest, yeah. God, I'm stupid. And there we got the Yerevan Clans, great. So we have neighbors all around. But in there I made the claim that we could expand in different ways. We could either try and rush for a lot of different expansions, like build a lot of cities, or we could build the cities that we have up tall and make them very productive. And I'm gonna go for the second attempt with the Ardent Mages. I'm gonna go for maybe 3 regions and try and have a compact, strong empire and churn out my strong units from that and be aggressive. That is the strategy that I'm gonna go for. And I'm gonna mix it this time. We're not gonna go 100% full-out dust economy. I'm gonna mix in either the hydrology, but probably more likely the management science, depending on if we have that additional titanium to spare. It doesn't look that great at the moment, but you know, never know. You never know. That's an intelligent sentence if I ever heard one. And there we go, we got the Mill Foundry going, and we finished the Founders Memorial, which is convenient, just get in that. And now we can grow and... show 4 turns actually should be worth it. Yeah, it's gonna save us 2 turns. And saving time on the Mill Foundry, like always, is saving time overall, because it's gonna make our Empire Mint come out faster as well. And after that, we're probably gonna go for a settler, because by then we should have enough information about the neighboring regions that we actually could choose a settlement. This one is nice. And now let's go for that ruin search. There we go. So now we need to... there's one ruin and there's the other one. Perfect. And we got more Talcium Warlocks, which is kind of sad. I would have much preferred them to be the other unit. The... what's it called? The Atashi Zealot, which is a lot better to get for free, but we can build some of those. It's alright. Free units is free units. I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna end the episode though. I hope you enjoyed the first one. If you like the series and if you got any suggestions or critic about my strategy or whatnot, now is the time to do it, because this is the first to do, I mean, to comment on it. Because this here is the first episode of the series. It always needs a little extra love. And I'm just saying that because there's a lot of new subscribers these days. And yeah, but the old ones, actually... I never get out of this alive, I get. But yeah, you've been doing awesome on the last series. Like, it's just every time I start an Endless Legends series, it's you could watch like the likes and the views grow simultaneously for quite a while there. It's really awesome. So yeah, I guess I didn't need to remind you, and now I did it anyway. That's a good point to shut up, isn't it? You guys have a wonderful day and see you around for the next episode. Until then, goodbye.